Go for it.
Okay. Hi everyone. As you know, my name is Liz, and I'll begin my lecture with a tough question that even scientists don't reach a consensus. So the question is, what is energy? One science trend responds to these questions with the formula energy equal mass plus acceleration squared. Yet, you can find yet one of the meanings that appear in the dictionary says that energy is available power. For my talk, this last meaning is totally adequate because energy is its fundamental. So, today I'm going to talk about Reiki, which is an alternative medicine that involves power, that involves energy, this kind of power. And for talk about this, I have three main points, which are background about the issue, about the Reiki, how it works, and some viewpoints, some important viewpoints, by the way. And if you have any questions, you can ask in the end, and I will answer with pleasure. So now let's move on to our first topic, which is background. For talk about the background, we have the description, thorough description, the history, and the fundamentals of Reiki. First, let's talk about the description. What is Reiki? In according to the Vegetarian Times magazine, from the edition from the edition of August 1st, 1999, Reiki is the practice of transmitting healing energy through the hands, and you heal the people. So here, this picture exemplifies this. It's just present. Now let's move on to the history. It is important and knows how the origin of this. Everything begin with this man. His name is Mikhail Uzui. He is born in 1865, and he in the society he wasn't a man of success. And one time he was a different person. One time he was climbing the mountain Kurama, and he fell in the ground. He was injured, and at that time he thought about the energy of that belief all things have. So he stopped, think about the energy, and he cured his pain himself. So he came back to his house, he told it to his family, and his family said, "Oh, nice, maybe this work." So he put in practice. He starts to practice this until in 1923 happens a serious earthquake in Tokyo, in Japan, and many people got injured. So he helped these people, and because of this fact, the Reiki started to spread first around the Japan and after around the world. So the fundamentals, the fundamentals are important to know why the people accepted this, because everything starts in the belief that the human body has the ability to self-regulation. I have the homeostasis says this is the overall balance. The human body can achieve the overall balance homeostasis. Here we have a picture balance, and then the result is you feel more relaxed. You relieving tensions. According to the National International Health, the website of National International of Health from the United States, in the section which talk about alternative medicines, they say that Reiki works because of this. Not evidence, but because it can decrease heart rate, can decrease hormone stress, can increase immune strength. So now you'll be wondering, so how it works? In fact, we have, for talk about how it works, I have again 3 main points, which are the traditionals. It's important to know about these traditions, the teachings of Reiki, and the practice. For talking the tradition, we have 2 different strands for this. The first is the traditional Japanese Reiki, just stay in Japan. It's a secret, nobody knows, and have more extensive gestures with their hands. I don't know, we can't know if we hear of this, but there are more kind of solutions. It's not just for healing, like the Western is. The Western, based on rules, it's more formalized because there are steps to be followed, and is the Reiki that you know. And for talk about the Reiki that you know, that with Eastern Reiki, we have some teachings of this Western Reiki. The first step is the Shoden. The second Okuden, and the finally Shipden. The Shoden is that degree that you can treat yourself and the others. But the sections last weeks, days, sometimes days. And the second is Okuden. There is some symbols, and for example, if I know Okuden, I can treat you by the distance. I don't need to stay. For example, I know I can treat my family in Brazil just for thinking in their illness. Yes, so the distance, just with the symbols. And the third step is the master Reiki. You can teach Reiki. So just few people in the world are in this third. So it's a practice. How does it work? There is a meridian lines, which is a Chinese thing that the life's energy flows around there, like you can see here. And there is the chakras. It's a traditional Hindu. The 7 more important. And for Reiki, you concentrate this is the position of the Western. Okay, and you concentrate in the head, the chakra, the crown chakra, and the third eye. Concentrate in the head of the neck. And you cure throughout the aura. Aura is a paranormal thing. It's the energy that you have around you. Okay? And you treat with your hands, like I said at the beginning. Like just it's here. You can take by touching the people, or here is the palm when the energy. But you can touch, you can blow on the people. Okay, there are 3 pillars. Ritual is the top, Reichi-ho, and Gatsu. The difference between them is just the Gatsu-ho, you just put your hands and okay. So you put your hands and pray for the people just in the third eye, and the Reichi-ho, you can find. You can stand the people, you can find where is the pen. So if we're talking about my viewpoints, the practitioners, science, and reputable institution. The practitioner says, oh, it works, okay, because we believe that, and you have evidence, we have the results. And they strongly believe that it is true. The science says, oh, okay, maybe this works. We have some proof that's okay, but you can replace traditional treatments from Reiki for cure cancer. No, you need to do the things correctly. And some reputable say the Catholic the Catholic Church don't like this idea because it involves energy, involves spirituality, so it's not good. For University of Washington, they say that patients with fibromyalgia is an illness that causes extreme pain in the muscles and fatigue. Doesn't work. He had this study and it doesn't work. And for Columbia University, in partnership with his partner, New York Presbyterian Hospital, they say that it works for a patient that it is treating cancer. This works. So they implement in the hospital there. So in conclusion, today I'm talking about Reiki. A few main points of our description. I said a little about the history, about what is Reiki, basically. And after I said how it works, the practice, how it works in general, teachings. And after we saw a little more about the viewpoints, the church, the science, in some institutions like the hospital and the universities. So now, if you have any, here's the source, and if you have any questions, you can say now. And